monthly checks, and what they just said. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. Alright, now if you've been watching the videos here on the channel for any length of time, you know that over the past few months here, we've been covering all the different proposals that have been hitting the table out of a variety of different lawmakers, including a one-time lump sum payment, ongoing monthly payments, quarterly payments, as well as gas vouchers, rebate cards, tax credits, tax rebates, as well as a variety of other payments. Well, we just got new word out of the administration and what they are now currently thinking about ongoing monthly payments. So let's get into it and discuss all the details as well as what they just said. But really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you want to stay updated with everything going on in regards to money, benefits, programs, checks, monthly checks, and anything else we can possibly get our hands on right now, please make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video, as I am your one and only daily advocate, and I am very much dedicated to continue doing all the research, breaking it all down into these short videos, which I deliver a couple times throughout the day, so you can stay posted with what is actually going on right now, what lawmakers are introducing, what the administration and the president is talking about, as well as all the other programs and other things that continue to pop up right here, right now, during this very busy time. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and let's get into it and discuss what the administration just said about ongoing monthly payments. So, kind of interesting because this is actually a program that they were very much in tune with and were actually working on, but again, they just mentioned some different things about this. Alright, so remember about, I want to say maybe a month or so ago, again, could be give or take a week or two, but again, it was about 3 or maybe 4 weeks ago. I was out in a separate video and I was talking about how the administration was floating this idea of sending out ongoing monthly gas cards. Remember this one? Well, yeah, the administration was talking about it and they were very serious about it. They were very in tune with this idea and they wanted to send out these ongoing monthly gas cards to help people with gas prices because gas is like $5 a gallon. It's very, very expensive. So they're trying to play around with all these ideas about how they can get money into the pockets of the people. Well, if you probably remember by seeing that video, like I said, probably about 4 weeks or so ago, a few of the concerns that they had at the time was, number one, manufacturing of these cards, because apparently there are chip shortages to manufacture the cards, and they were coming up with these ideas that maybe we don't have enough chips to manufacture all of these tens of millions of cards that we're going to send out to all the people. Therefore, that is one of the major dilemmas. One of the other major dilemmas that they were coming up against also is that they wanted us to use these cards specifically on gas. So one of their major concerns was, how do we know that the American people are actually going to be spending these cards on gas and that they're not going out to the grocery store and buying other items other than gas? Well, there was no way to govern that. There was no way to determine how that money was being spent. So then they were saying this is another one of our major concerns. Remember all this? I talked about it in a previous video. Like I said, probably a few weeks ago, 3-4 weeks ago, something like that. But anyway, so we just got more word about this out of the administration and what they're now currently saying about these cards. Remember, this is something that they were very much in tune with. This is something that they really wanted to bring to the American people because this was going to be the solution, right? Along with cutting the 18.4% federal gas tax. Again, that's a joke because it's not going to do anything other than saving about $2 per fill-up. Again, don't get me wrong, $2 is very important, but it's not going to do a whole lot. Everybody needs more money right now versus saving $2 per week or per month, right? So anyway, this is one of the ideas because this was going to be the ultimate solution to get everybody the money that they needed to actually get ahead of all of these rapidly rising gas prices. Here's what they're saying now. Well, we're not interested anymore. Yeah, seriously. This was one of their major ideas, and this is something that they absolutely wanted to do. And now they're saying, no, we're not doing it. Game over. It's not happening anymore. We're not doing these prepaid debit cards. We're not going to be sending these out because our major concern now is we don't know how this money is going to be spent. That's what their major concern is. So at the end of the day, when it comes down to helping out the American people, they're more concerned about monitoring how we're going to spend the money and the relief that we need versus actually getting some money into the pockets of the people. So, kind of interesting. At the end of the day, like I said in previous videos, who cares what we spend the money on? If we spend it on food or gas or groceries or whatever else, why does it really matter? You know what I mean? Again, this is just them coming out with all these ideas and saying, okay, we don't know how the money's going to be spent, therefore we're not interested anymore. So anyway, kind of interesting how the tables have turned on this thing, because for a while there, it was actually looking pretty good considering the administration was talking about this, and this was a pretty good idea at the time. It was something that they absolutely wanted to get done to help kind of get ahead of all of these gas prices. Now that gas has come down, I don't know, 7 cents a gallon, maybe they feel like people don't need relief anymore because gas is now below $5 a gallon. Just a few dollars below the $5 a gallon, but still, it is still very, very high and likely going to continue moving higher after this little bit of a reprieve on gas prices. So, kind of interesting, a little turn on events here, but I want to bring this update to you and let you know what they're currently saying about this. So, another one that we can chalk up as, yeah, it's not happening. Great idea, but sorry, let's try again. Let's go back to the drawing board here and see what else we can come up with. So, hopefully some of these lawmakers will continue to push forward with some of their proposals as well. Remember that one from about, what was it, probably mid-March or so time? It was coming out from a handful of Democratic representatives where they wanted to send out an ongoing $100 payment per person. So if you were a single person, $100. If you were a married couple, $200. And if you were a married couple or if you had a dependent, then it'd be an extra $100, up to $300 per month on an ongoing monthly basis, provided gas prices were over $4 a gallon. Do you remember this one? Well, good thing for them, they didn't implement it because this thing would be costing them a lot of money these days. And by the way, it would be nice to get something, but the fact of the matter is, what I wanted to say here in this is that, I mean, seriously, if they would have implemented this a long time ago, it would have been a little bit, going back on them at this point, considering gas is about $1 above the $4 threshold that they put in place. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting how they keep coming out with all these ideas to help us out with gas prices, and they've done nothing. I don't know. It just seems kind of weird that why do they keep coming up with all these proposals if they're not going to do anything and they don't have any intentions to help us? Why do they keep coming up with all these programs, right? What's the point? So anyway, again, it's a little bit frustrating. I'm totally here for you in any way that I possibly can be. I totally understand because I'm watching all this stuff. It's just, day and day go by. The days just continue to slip by. The weeks go by. The months go by. And this inflation is going nowhere other than up. And prices continue to rise on everything. Yes, gas prices have come down a little tiny bit. 7 cents, 8 cents, maybe a dime across the entire country. But for the most part, it's still very much elevated right now, just under $5 a gallon. And people need the relief. So, not really sure if they're trying to milk this thing out and if they're trying to make sure that they bring this as close to the midterm elections as they possibly can. And again, just remember, I'm not here taking political sides. I think the whole thing is just really unfortunate that all the lawmakers as a whole haven't come together with an actionable solution to help out those people that really need the extra relief right now in the form of an ongoing payment, a one-time lump sum, monthly checks, or whatever it happens to be. At this point, like I said, doesn't really matter how we spend the money, right? If they're going to send us money, why does it really matter how we spend it? The fact of the matter is people need relief in all kinds of varieties of ways. People need money, people need food, people need clothes, people need to pay their utilities, people need to put gas in the car. Everybody has a different need right now. The fact of the matter is money's very tight for just about everybody. So kind of interesting how this whole thing's playing out. But I guess now we know about those prepaid cards that we were supposed to be getting. Yeah, I guess we know no more happening. It's a game over on that one too. So as we pull up our chalkboard and look at all the different proposals out there, just another one that we can put a line through and say, well, great idea, but better luck next time, I guess. So anyway, I don't know. It just seems really discouraging. But again, I'll keep you posted with anything else going on right now, any more proposals that are hitting the table, anything that the administration or the president or lawmakers or anybody else is talking about right now. Of course, I'll keep doing that research and bringing it to you in these short videos so you can stay updated with what is actually going on right now. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and feel free to go back and check out some of the other thousands of videos that I have right here on the channel, as there's a lot of things going on. Seriously, things are changing so rapidly right now. It's like every day that I come back and do all this research, it's like, what am I seriously going to find today? Just when you thought that you've seen all of it, just when you thought that you've heard it all, something else comes up. It's just unbelievable the things that are happening right now. But anyway, I can't even imagine what's going to come up the rest of today, what's going to come up tomorrow, what's going to come up over the next couple weeks and couple months here, especially as we continue to inch closer and closer to the midterm elections, and we know they want to get something done before then, right? What's it going to be? Nobody's guess at this point. I have no clue. Feel free to leave your guesses down below. I can't even imagine what they're going to come up with these days, right? So Either way, I'll continue doing the research, and as I get those details, I'll bring it to you right here in the video. So make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss those videos going forward. Share the video, and again, go back and check out some of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day, have a good one, and I'll catch you again later in the next